This is the 5th grade classroom at Carden Academy with Mrs. Deloa.
Hello.
Hi. And today we're doing a lesson in composition. So, Mrs. Deloa, just quickly state, now, the kids, there's the 3 R's, the reading, writing, and arithmetic. And of course, this is the writing portion of it. Anything you want to say about teaching composition here at Carden?
And with teaching composition, it's not just getting a piece of paper and writing, it's all the stuff that we do beforehand, such as the brainstorming, the story webs, outlines, pre-writing, all of the writing process, all the steps of the writing process.
That's wonderful. So I'm going to turn it over to you and the classroom.
Thank you. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Mrs. Loa.
We are going to be writing a composition today, only 10 feet tall.
10 inches.
Sorry. We are going to be writing a composition today, only 10 inches tall. Okay, so think how tall you are right now. Imagine if you were only 10 inches. It's about this tall. Okay? Imagine how your world would be different. So, we are going to think about, you go to bed at night, and you are the size that you are. Something happens, magic, whatever, and now you are only 10 inches tall. Okay? So let's start our brainstorming. First we need our topic. What is our topic? Only 10 inches tall. Please write that on your paper. On the top line. That is your topic. Okay, so let's brainstorm. What are some ways that you would shrink to 10 inches tall? Now remember, you're sleeping and you're waking up, so this has to be the evening before. Noelle?
Maybe like one day you were walking home from school and a cat bit you and it was like a strange cat and you just turned 10 inches tall.
It's like a poisonous cat bite?
Yeah.
Okay, Riley? Say?
You could have accidentally eaten something that was like bad or radioactive or something.
Radioactive food, and you slept at night and it shrunk. You shrunk. Okay, Robbie?
Maybe you hit yourself on the head and you began to shrink like the next day.
Okay, so you got hurt and then you shrank. Ciara?
You stayed in the water too long.
You stayed in the water too long, so you shrunk up. You got all pruned up and shrunk. Emma?
You were writing a composition, you kept thinking and thinking, but you thought so hard you shrunk.
So your brain power made you shrink. You used it all up in your composition and you shrank. Brendan?
Maybe you used like a shrink ray and it didn't work.
Ooh, so like a mad scientist kind of thing? You made a shrinking ray and you shrank yourself? Tyler?
Maybe aliens came and they had this like weird kind of ray they shot you with, then the next morning you woke up, you were 10 inches tall.
So the aliens got you. Spencer?
You went to JPL and an experiment went horribly wrong.
I like that. Weren't we just at JPL a few days ago?
Yes.
So he's remembering our trip to JPL and now he's using it for his composition. Excellent, Spencer. Andrew?
You get trapped in a mad scientist lab and he shrinks you.
Okay, so he got you. Riley?
You like have a small fever and overnight you just your illness and it's shrink.
Okay, and Darren?
Maybe
And then
when your blanket like got something on it and when you went to bed and put it on you, you shrank.
So there's some sort of powder or something in your blanket?
Yeah.
Maybe the detergent or something, or the fibers, and it shrank you, okay? And Jonathan?
Turtle shoots some sort of acid that makes you shrink everything.
So the turtle gets you and then you shrink.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your paper, these are all excellent ideas, you guys. You have, we're in the middle column right here. You already wrote your topic, or I'm sorry, you already wrote the title, which is only 10 inches tall. Now, your main idea, this is your first sentence of your paragraph. It is what your paragraph, what you're writing about. So think in your head what you're going to write for your first sentence. It's got to grab me, pull on my attention. So quickly write something down, and I'll just take a few of you, and we'll see what your first sentence is, and it's going to grab my attention. So if it's about JPL, we went to JPL. If it was a mad scientist, the mad scientist got you. Okay, something. It has to grab me and make me want to read the rest of your story. Ciara, are you ready?
One day I went to the pool and I shrunk to 10 inches.
All right, so you need to be sure you went home and you went to sleep and then you woke up the next morning, okay? Brendan.
It all started when I made a shoe print.
Okay, perfect. Spencer.
I went to JPL on a field trip.
Okay, Ashley.
I was eating good and I ate something bad and then that's when I shrunk.
Okay, Robbie.
I was always taller than all my friends until the sinking ray came up in my head.
Very good. One more, Judy.
I shrunk. I ate something for dinner and then I shrunk.
Okay, very good. So now, do you see where it says paragraph 1 to the left?
Yeah.
You are going to copy down that first sentence you just wrote, the main idea, and then you need to give me at least 3 supporting details, 3 supporting sentences to go with your main idea sentence. Now we're in the left column. When you have your 4 sentences, your main idea, and your detailed sentences, raise your hand and let me hear them, please. Ooh, Spencer, quick.
I went to JPL on a field trip, and the experiment went horribly well. I had a sore throat. I fainted away. I felt very sick and feeble the next morning when I found out I was 10 inches tall.
Perfect. Ashley.
I was eating dinner and I felt sick. I fell asleep and then the next morning I was 10 inches tall.
Very good. Ciara.
One day I went swimming in the pool and I shrunk to 10 inches tall. I had stayed in the cold water for 9 hours and I was in hot water for 60 minutes. Then I dried off and went to bed. When I got up, everything was bigger. My clothes seemed bigger, and when I fell out of bed, it took me 5 minutes to hit the ground.
Noelle.
One day when I was walking home from school, I saw a strange blue cat in the street. It ran up to me and bit me. I turned blue and then I was 10 inches tall.
Okay, boys and girls, you have written such wonderful composition. So now that you have your whole form filled out, we are going to go to the computer lab and you are going to type up a rough draft. So when you go upstairs, you are going to go to your computer, turn it on, and go straight to My Access, and then you are going to start typing up your composition. Are there any questions?
Here we are in the state-of-the-art computer lab at Carden Academy of Huntington Beach with Mrs. Deloa and her 5th grade composition class. Now, Mrs. Deloa, tell us a little bit about Carden philosophy as far as being on the cutting edge of what's going on in society today. Why do we have a computer lab here?
We have a computer lab so that the children we have a computer lab so our children are exposed to typing and to the wonderful information you can gather from the internet. Right now they're on My Access. They type their composition into that, and then they get feedback from the My Access on how to improve their composition.
Okay. And could you tell us about the typing and the computer skills? Typically, what is a 5th grader, how many words per minute can they type?
The goal by the end of the year is to have 50 words a minute for 5th grade.
Okay.
And then when they go to 6th grade, it'll be 60 words a minute. Most of them have already reached their goals. They're very proficient typers. So they can do a composition very quickly.
And this is one of those things I wish when I went to college I would have actually had, or high school, a typewriter.
Me too. We had the old typewriter.
We had the old typewriters, so it was much more difficult.
Yes, and each student has their own computer, and it's programmed specifically for them. So when they log on, their name is already on there. They put in their password, and it's just, everything is just specifically for them.
Outstanding.